There you go. I pushed the button, don't you worry. Let me make sure the restream is working.
I know I lost you.
Uh-oh.
Tubular.
Aw, hi Cloud Watcher. I see you, Wingman. Jimmy James, Michelle Janae, Up 3, Yuvonda. Hey Karen. Lynn, good to see you. I really thought that said chocolate-covered pancakes, Michelle. My fat ass was over here like, chocolate-covered pancakes.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes, bacon and a pancake. What's that from?
Man, I don't know, but it sounds lit. What up, Carlos? Tune Kid? You can sing it again, though.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and you put it in a pancake. It's actually kind of just like a McGriddle, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds awesome, though. Sounds like a plan, for sure. Oh, thanks, Texas Q, for the shades. Dave MC, Tree Wave. Golden Crisp said he was fangirling so hard because you had Janine on your podcast yesterday.
Oh, right. Well, I'm glad he tuned in.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, there's my notification. All right. What up, cats? Let's do the damn thing here.
Watch Loyal to the Foil, but don't believe anything she says. Do your own research for yourself. Don't let other people think for you.
Yeah, buddy. Do your own research. Definitely don't let anybody think for you. What is up, fam? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I like your song, Tyler. That's going to be my new shit, right? Alara says you missed your calling with that. What up, bruh? Good to see you, Sookie. What up, Sookie? Thank you for the cookie. And Julie, thank you for the cookie. And Texas Q for the shades. Thank you for the love, guys. Taylor Osteen, good to see you. What up, Leyland de Haviland? I'm so glad you guys are here hanging out with us. I know we haven't been here in a minute, man. It's been kind of wild. I'm doing the whole 3 jobs thing again. So, but we are here with you today. How you doing, Pyler?
Against all odds, we're here with you today.
All odds, we are here with you today.
Against all viruses, energy attacks, all jobs.
Yes.
Any opposing force, we plowed right through it.
We did.
Here.
Right? Just plowed right through that shit. We're good.
Right.
We're good. Right?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm all right. I've been so busy. Like, I mean, I haven't even had time to go get my hands done, and you know how I feel about that. I have to go get gas. Like, it's a mess, man. It's a mess.
I like how you go get your hands done, because most people get their nails done.
I get my hands
the whole hand.
The whole hand. Right?
The whole hand. Right.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I got to go do. Gotta have to make time this weekend on my 1 day off, right? My whole 1 day.
Right.
What up, woke? Fuck a Freemasons Day? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening?
What do you call a gay dinosaur? I think I've heard this before. This is in the chat.
Oh, do tell. Right? I have no idea. What do you call a gay dinosaur?
A Megasaurus?
A Megasaurus.
Megasaurus. Oh, that's funny.
Ah, right. What up, deciphering my experience? Hello. Frightening me. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Katie Cat. Hello, hello. Right. So what's going on with you, Tyler?
Have I told you my library joke?
Oh, I
Maybe,
love a good library joke.
maybe I have. Uh, Guy walks into the library and says, "I'll have a cheeseburger and fries, please." And the librarian says, sir, you do know this is a library." And he said, "Sorry, I'll have a cheeseburger and fries,
Ba-dum-tsh.
please." uh,
Ah, so it's crazy. So gas prices are coming down. That's fantastic.
I know. Thank God for Biden. And I'm not joking. I've actually been feeling bad for the guy. I've been peeling the stickers off the pump.
I
I've
am
been
so glad you said that. I have
I'm glad I'm glad he's doing something about it and actually bringing the prices back
because it
down.
was rough, right? It was rough for a minute there. I mean, gas prices were ridiculous. Thank you, Suki, for the cookies. Um, yeah, gas prices are coming down. That is awesome. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I really think that him releasing so much from the strategic oil reserve is a good thing. I think he's really helping us out. And it's crazy because I work fact checking all day every day, and I see this stuff all the time. And like, to be honest with you guys, the president doesn't really have a lot of control over the price of gas. Okay, I mean, this is a market thing. I mean, we had the pandemic, supply was decreased or demand was decreased. We had all this excess supply. Now we've got a supply problem, and the demand has increased so much that the gas prices have just gone through the freaking roof, right? And now with Putin acting the way I mean, this is absolutely the Putin price hike. And if you guys can't see that, man, I don't even know. I don't even know where to
Right.
go with that.
Like I don't think it has anything to do with Biden or anything that's happening here in America.
No, he really gets dealt a bad hand, man. He
Right.
really does. The whole
Right.
the whole 2020 election thing, like I really had to sit and think about it because like I was there from I was like, man, this stuff was stolen. Then I was like, I don't know. I think maybe people just really hated Trump enough that they went and voted against Trump instead of for Biden, and he got the votes, man. Now I'm not saying the media didn't help with with some shenanigans surrounding that, but I think people were just really wanting a change.
No, Biden totally beat Trump fair and square. Definitely.
Yeah,
I
man.
think so.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
at first I thought it was rigged, but I mean, I've seen way too much. It's I kind of feel bad for Biden, honestly.
I mean, right, he's like a grandpa. He's like an old guy, and we shouldn't really be talking shit about him like that. I don't think it's fair at all.
Right. Right.
I
It's
don't know.
not
What do
fair.
you guys think? And this cat says he's leaving,
Say what? What's so
right?
funny?
Look, they're like, what? Guys, we're not going to
What?
hate on the president, right?
No
What
way.
up, Dem Turn Red? Good to see you. Uh,
Y'all are joke. Why are we joking? No, we're serious. I mean, we've been talking all week about it because she's been coming up with whatever with her fact checks, and
yeah.
she's sending me some stuff. She's like, "Yo, read this,"
It's
and
crazy because it's almost like when you fact check, for a minute you get sucked into the conspiracy theories and then you just fact check yourself back into the truth, is how that works.
right, exactly. You could fact check your way right into April Fool's joke, also.
Right? I know some people are like, wait a minute, what? This is a bunch of crap.
Everybody thinks we're serious. Not
Right?
everybody.
Thumper Rose, I'm going to hate. Cloud Watcher,
Oh,
agree to
no.
disagree.
No,
Guys,
that's an April Fool's joke, guys.
guys.
Let's go, Brandon.
Right?
Let's go,
Come on,
Brandon.
man.
Actually,
Come
the
on,
joke about
man.
the library was supposed to be Joe Biden walks into a library and orders a cheeseburger and fries.
But you just felt so bad for him
But I had
that
to
you
take
didn't
him
want
out of
to.
the
Yeah.
joke so we can pull off the April Fool's joke.
Right,
Because if
right,
I
right.
just made fun of him in a joke, it wouldn't make sense.
Andy's girl says, "Were you both cloned?" Listen, I'm an algorithm. I'm totally a bot. I don't even really exist. I'm saying
Man, so how many we just set ourselves up for failure because anyone could take that out of
sound
context.
clip and be like, "Listen to these grifters," right?
Jessica's like,
Uh,
damn, stressing me out.
Right.
friends, not funny.
All right. Oscar winners 2023. That's right. I will slap Tyler on stage for you guys. Don't worry.
Right.
Right.
That's right. Let me get into my first question,
Right.
and we'll
Wow,
do
chicka,
this.
wow, wow. Come on, guys. Y'all know better.
All right.
Fact checked
So
myself into
this,
the truth. Come on, man.
so this first question, I have no literature on it. It's
Oh,
just
well,
for
perfect.
fun. There's nothing backing it up. It's something I just heard somebody say. I can't even find any literature on it, but we're just
Our
gonna have fun
Aussie
with it.
friends are a little confused because it's the 2nd of April there.
All right, right.
Sorry about that, guys.
Um. Anyway, so this this one is just for fun, and it's a conversation starter. According to online conspiracy theorists, the 2022 Oscars were not aired live, but were actually filmed when?
Ooh.
A. January 2022. B. February 2022. C. 2 weeks prior to airing. Or D. An unknown date in 2021.
Ooh. Je ne sais pas. 2 weeks prior to airing? See what the
A.
chat says.
I'll read it again.
Go ahead.
According to online conspiracy theorists, the 2022 Oscars were not aired live, but they were actually filmed when? A. January. B. February. C. 2 weeks prior to airing. D. Unknown date in 2021.
Editor at large coming in with the ship saying, "Oh my God, you got us. It was scary." Thumper Rose says, "I thought I was in the Twilight Zone." It would have been like a Twilight Zone episode, right? Wouldn't that be a
Right.
crazy Twilight Zone episode?
We just kept going the whole time. I
Man,
couldn't
the
even
whole
do
time.
it. Like I
Well,
was
it would
getting
have been
sick to
hard.
I was getting sick to my stomach talking good about the guy. Um,
Peeling the stickers
so
off
the
of the
answer,
gas, off the gas
yeah,
pumps.
yeah, I was peeling stickers off. No, I put them bitches on
Right, I
there.
keep them in my purse, man. Keep it real.
Um, the answer is D. Everybody knew that. Maybe because they watched our show with
Oh,
Janine. But yeah, there's some talk, rumors that we're seeing footage that was aired or filmed in 2021, and
oh.
uh, I don't know anything else about that besides the fact that that's the
Do you
theory.
think? Do you think the slap was fake, or do you think it was real?
Man, you know what? It looks so. Here's the thing: they're both actors, right?
Yes.
Um, so the at first I thought it was fake until I seen when somebody really gets mad, they flare up, their neck flares up, and like you can physically see their face flare up. And Will Smith was
He was
heated.
mad. Listen, I
That
believe it was
wasn't
real.
right.
When he
So
would keep my wife's name, like, and I get that he's an actor, I get that, but like there are certain things that like that's my go-to. Keep my mother effing name out of your mouth, and that look you
right,
get, it felt real to me. Like,
right.
and this isn't even an April Fool's joke. Like, I for real think dude smacked him. Like, I do.
That that part felt real, but I honestly think it could have been staged, but somehow staged. I don't know. Maybe like Will Smith is one of the elites, and maybe he had to take one for the team.
Maybe,
Maybe they're like,
maybe,
hey, we need you to do this. But like it
because
was
he
almost
sure thought that shit was funny at first, and then he seen Jada's face and was like,
right.
thought he
So the
stormed his way up
consensus
there, right?
the consensus is fake. It's another
Yeah,
distraction.
I
Yeah, I
see
think
everybody
so.
thinks it was fake, right? Yeah, yeah, I don't know, guys. I
Here's
don't
the
know.
thing. And then there's another theory is that they were like they're clones and they're controlled and can make them do whatever they wanted. So it was
He
like
got
not even actually
activated, like, bzz,
right. Yeah, like legit like some nanotechnology took over. There's all kinds of theories.
right. I
It's
have
it's,
seen quite a
it's
few
hilarious.
during work. Oh, we got a new person here. Where'd he go? Hold on. Let me say hi. That's all I'm saying. It was his first time here. Jerry, good to see you. Hello
Oh
and
man,
welcome. Right? What a day to
first
pick.
first time here and
He
we're
was probably
freaking
like,
going
"What the
off on
hell?
Biden.
I'm getting out of
Um,
here right now."
Yuvonda said it was marketing for a drug. Well, the Oscars totally was. It was sponsored by Pfizer and
Well, they have an alopecia drug coming out. Did you see that?
no, what's an alopecia drug?
Jada suffers from alopecia, and
Oh
just
yeah,
so
yeah,
happens
that
that Pfizer has a new alopecia drug that's coming out soon. Right?
right. And they're like, if you want this drug, you better slap that bitch in the face.
Like, go up there and smack him, right?
Um, anyway, that was just a fun question just to get the conversation going because I knew it was going to come up anyway.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Um, anyway, yeah, George M says, physique,
Physique, right?
physique, yo.
Well, I got some weird ones. I got some weird,
CG,
from the
CGI
news.
slap down. Anyway, go ahead.
I got some weird ones from the news here. This is weird, and it's funny because I just saw people tweeting about this after I had written the question before we went live. All right, let's see how much you guys keep up with current events, right? What did DC police find on Wednesday at the home of an anti-abortion activist named Lauren Handy? Okay, what did DC police find Wednesday at the home of anti-abortion activist Lauren Handy? Was it A, a fertilizer bomb, B, trafficked children, C, bags of fetuses, or D, half a kilo of fentanyl, 2 handguns, and 400,000 in cash?
I don't even want to answer that.
Crazy, right? Any of the options
Um,
is
I don't know. If it's trafficked children, that's fucked. If it's a bag of fetuses, that's fucked. What were the other options?
half a kilo of fentanyl, 2 handguns, and 400,000 in cash, or a fertilizer bomb.
Fertilizer bomb. I'm
Hmm.
gonna go with the fertilizer bomb, just because of for the hell of it.
Final answer. Thank you, Carrie Lake, for the cookie. Ooh, homemade edibles. Thank you.
Everyone's saying C and D,
C and D, C and D. Yeah.
all or all the above.
Right, right. Yeah. It was C, bags of fetuses. Can you imagine in this an anti-abortion? Now, at first, and this is how the news read, right? Police on Wednesday found 5 fetuses at the Washington, D.C. home of anti abortion rights activist who has been indicted in connection with the blockade at a reproductive health care clinic. The fetuses were found after a tip was given regarding a potential biohazard threat or potential biohazard material at the home where she was reported to be residing, Washington police said. Investigation is underway. Fetuses have been given to the medical examiner's office. Um, Handy, who's the one that is the activist, declined to speak on camera, but said people will freak out when they hear. This is what she said. That people are going to freak out when they hear this, right? As if that's what you got to worry about. So,
Right.
right. So yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, bags of fetuses, Thumper. There were 5 recovered fetuses, and they were all. It looked like one of them was. And what I say about somebody tweeting. Jack Posobiec was tweeting about this right before we went live. Apparently, one of them probably could have survived was at least at term or maybe a week or two from term. The other 4 were, I mean, they probably would have made it in a NICU. Hi, Adam Hugapug Hugs, which is crazy. So we don't know like, I've seen some people saying that she called it in and they were given to her by a DC whistleblower that was trying to, which seems like it might be legit. This feels like it's a developing conspiracy here, right? DC whistleblower gives her the fetuses. She called them in herself, and then they arrested her for possession of them. Maybe, but we
It's
don't have
gonna
the full story yet.
it's a setup for them to
Or
crack
that.
down for them to crack down on a new law.
Mm-hmm. It's something.
Um,
Like I said, this feels like a developing conspiracy
right.
theory. But yeah, I know it is crazy and sickening to hear. And I thought about it when I
This
was writing the question. I'm like, damn, this is kind of dark, but we talk about everything here.
right. No, it's all right. It sadly segues into my next question.
Oh, good lord. How did that happen?
I don't know. We don't even talk about this beforehand, guys.
Right?
Um, Aaron Kuhn in the house. Aaron is going to be on Matthew Morning's show tomorrow night, 6
Ooh,
p.m. Central, I think. Um,
definitely go check that out.
anyway, going to be talking about, whatever strangeness Matthew likes to talk about, along with the Secret Space Conference. Who's coming to the conference? Come on
Whoop,
out. This
whoop.
30 days away. Still time to grab a ticket. Come hang out. Throw up a tent if you want. And
Yeah,
come hang out with us.
secretspaceconference.info, right?
Right. Or get a live stream ticket and come hang out because it's going to be an awesome live stream experience.
Could do
So,
that.
next question. Around the world, giving blood is seen as a symbol of generosity. According to independent researchers, only 20% of your donated blood is being used to, quote, save lives. After a disturbing investigation, it was discovered that the remaining 80% is used for what? A, satanic rituals. B, sold to undisclosed private companies. C, experimental drugs. D, McDonald's barbecue sauce.
It's definitely McDonald's barbecue sauce, right?
I'll read it again. Around the world, giving blood is seen as a symbol of generosity. According to independent researchers, only 20% of your donated blood is being used to, quote, save lives. After a disturbing investigation, it was discovered that the remaining 80% is used for what? A, satanic rituals. B, sold to undisclosed private companies. C, experimental drugs. D, McDonald's barbecue
Yeah,
sauce.
I'm gonna go with B, but it could totally be the barbecue sauce, guys. Could
Okay.
be. If you're still eating at McDonald's,
Hell no.
I don't know what to tell you, right?
Or Taco Bell.
Or Taco Bell is kind of scary. I do get chicken quesadillas from there once in a while.
I lived off Taco Bell when I was younger and I
Oh,
loved it. And I
everybody
still
did,
think
right?
about it, but somebody did a video or comparison. They compared the ground beef they used. It doesn't even register on a chart. Like it's down with dog
It's
food.
gotta be,
Like
right? It's
it's like
gotta be
not
dog food,
even
man.
right. It's not even meat. All
Hey,
right.
Keystone.
The answer is B, sold to undisclosed private companies
Imagine that.
who get to do whatever they want with it. And that part is
That's
none of
kind of
that is
creepy,
in the
man.
writing. There is a small fine print that says a percentage of your blood will be used for experimental drugs. So that is disclosed. And apparently, what they do is our blood has plasma in it, and plasma is worth a lot of money.
Hmm.
And plasma can be used. So they use your blood. They don't just give it to people. They use it for experimental drugs. So big pharma can push on us,
Of course.
and they harvest the plasma. For some reason, they want that plasma that's in your blood. It's very valuable to them, but most of that blood gets sold off to private companies, and whatever they do with it
It's
is up to
vampires,
them.
man.
Fair
It's
game,
completely
right?
it's completely going to vampires. I'm convinced. Right? Jerry E says don't insult dog food. Listen, I feed my dog like it's like pumpkin and lamb and grain-free stuff. Like I try to get him whatever's the best stuff that I can find. Right? Yeah, see, frightening me, we're on the same page, man.
B.
It's totally vampires.
Kincaid said B as in like all the above. Yeah, all the above for real, except for maybe the McDonald's part, but I wouldn't even rule that out.
Hey, they get their
If they
McDonald's gets
use
their French fries from Bill Gates. Remember,
right, and
I'm convinced they'll do anything.
and if they're using human meat in their burgers,
Right?
then why wouldn't they put blood in the
Allegedly.
barbecue sauce? Right. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Depending on who you talk to, some people swear that's the
Oh
case.
man.
Or it once, at least it once was.
Right? All
Um,
right, let's do something fun. Let's do
all
something
right.
fun. All
Yeah,
right.
let's shift gears. We depressed everybody right out of the
Right,
gates
right
here
out
with
of the
our
gate.
Joe
Right, I
Biden
know,
debate.
right? With all the Biden loving and the fetuses and now McDonald's barbecue blood sauce. Like we got to shift gears, guy. All right, here we go. Scientists have recently designed a new interstellar message to announce our presence to the aliens. Did you know that? This is a fact. What is it called? Is it A, the Arecibo message, B, the Evpatoria transmission message, C, the Voyager golden record, or D, the beacon in the galaxy?
I don't know. See?
Final answer? Let me read it again for you guys. Okay, so
Yeah.
scientists recently, and I mean like real recently, designed a new interstellar message to announce our presence to the aliens. What is it called? Is it A, the Arecibo message, B, the Evpatoria transmission message, C, the Voyager golden record, or D, the beacon in the galaxy? What up, Aaron Moriarty? Good to see ya. Hey, Patricia Sertle. Hello, hello.
I'm gonna stay with my original answer, the Voyager record, but I don't
Voyager
know.
golden record.
I really
Uh,
don't know.
Golden Christmas E, we are pronouns message. Speaking of pronouns, Tyler wanted me to come on here and convince you guys that I was going to have a gender change, right? That
Right.
that
That
was
was
the
gonna be
initial
the
plan.
original. That was going to be the April Fool's joke. You know what? I read an article today while I was looking. Is it was trying to say how it was like, is pranking unethical? Is the response is April Fool's a responsible holiday? They're talking about getting rid of it and all this shit. And it's like,
Yeah, man, it just supports the patriarchy. I
right.
mean, we
And
can't do that.
so then I looked into the origin of it. Like, there's two different dates, either the 1500s or the 1700s, but it started all the way back then. So
Good
all of a
lord.
sudden now in 2022, it's unethical.
Right? Of course it is. Of course. Like they're worried about ethics in 2022. Oh, Aaron, what up? Hey, Aaron Kuhn, good to see you. Yeah, so it's D, the beacon in the galaxy. Now, what's crazy is those are all messages that we have sent. Everything, the Arecibo message, the Equatoria transmission message, even the Voyager Golden Record are all messages that we have sent out into the great unknown for the aliens,
Right.
telling them how to find us, what we are, where we're at,
And
the basis of our math. Go ahead.
and they found us, and this is what they did.
Oh. Right.
Can everybody read that?
Yeah, right. I know. If you're gonna come to Earth, you might as well pick up on the fun stuff.
Have you guys seen it when you're supposed to come to Earth and take over? When you're supposed to come take over Earth, but you got introduced to day drinking.
Right? Like
Anyway, sorry to interrupt your thing.
my spiel.
Yeah, go for it. Go back to it. I think Aaron actually sent me that today.
That's great. Right? Yeah, so okay. On the 16th of November 1974, the most powerful signal ever was beamed into space. It was broadcast from Arecibo in Puerto Rico. This is where the Arecibo message comes, right? It was designed by by Francis Drake, guy that made the Drake equation, SETI researcher, and by Carl Sagan. It was supposed to demonstrate our level of technological achievement. You know, it's been 48 years. It's still the best known attempt to message extraterrestrial intelligence. So, to mark the occasion, we had an international team led by Jonathan Jang of NASA's JPL, of course, come up with a new signal. And they call it the beacon in the galaxy. It combines aspects of the Arecibo message with every other, they call it METI, Message to Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Every other METI attempt made to date. The Pioneer plaques, the Voyager Golden Records, the Equatoria transmissions, they've kind of put it all into one and sent it off. I mean, they had guys from SETI working on this, Virginia Polytechnic, Cambridge. Everybody kind of threw in on this message that they stole from all the other messages. So they really did a lot of work with this, guys, I'm sure. Thank you, Norm, for the can. Much love to you. Good to see you. I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, so we are now trying to. What do you think about this? I mean, I know you think they already know where we're at or whatever, but like let's pretend like the aliens don't know where we're at, right? Let's pretend like we don't know anything about the aliens. Is it a good idea to tell
To send
them?
out
Yeah, like just to randomly be sending out messages like, "Hey, we're over here." Like I don't know, that feels like a good way to get robbed or something. Like I don't know.
right, blow your cover. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Um, you're not going to stop curiosity of the human.
Hell no.
So there's always going to be a group trying to reach out. But I think they're already here and they've been here.
Of
But
course. Of
uh,
course.
but if they weren't here, is it a good idea to send out a message? Maybe that's what we did. Maybe that's why we're all fucked right now.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I
Right?
don't know.
Right?
Um,
Alara says
don't
she's
know.
a based alien, right?
See the what?
A based alien. The most based alien. She clearly knows where we're at, so our cover has been blown.
All right.
What up, Starstream? Good to see you.
What happened to don't talk to strangers? Right? Yeah. Don't talk to strangers unless it's an ET from another galaxy.
Then
Then
it's
go ahead
totally
and
fine.
invite them in.
Tell them where you live. Tell them what you're
All right.
comprised of. Make sure they know exactly how
Right.
to get here.
All right. Make sure there's no harmful bacteria
Yeah,
coming
all
in.
that.
All right. What's next?
I don't know. Tell me. Thank you, David Sloan, for the cookie. Thank you, Carrie Lake, for the cookie.
Oh, this one, I think I have a little video to show with this one. All
I
right.
love your cookies, Carrie. Thank you.
Founded in 1988, in less than 30 years, this American financial firm would grow to become a company that owns the world.
Oh Lord.
I worded this like a Jeopardy question.
Do
Founded
do
in
do
1988,
do do
in less
do
than 30
do.
years, this American financial firm will grow to become a company that owns the world. A. Berkshire Hathaway. B. Visa. C. JP Morgan Chase. D. BlackRock.
Ooh. I'm going with D. Blackrock. Shady bastards. Thank you, Norm, again for the cookie. Don't take cookies from strangers. I will take cookies, all the cookies from all the strangers, because Lord knows I need them, right? I love your guys' cookies.
Right. Let me see how big I can make this because I do want to play a video after we answer it.
Bring it. Is it? Am I going to get copyright stricken? Am I going to get stricken?
If you do, I'll buy you a new channel.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that works out just fine then. Leyland says, "What
So,
is D? BlackRock."
across the board, everyone seems to know this one. Yes, it is BlackRock, and
Shady
this
bastards.
and this is going to explain why. Oh, I need to share the screen first.
There you go. That would probably help.
Hopefully, you can hear this. Let me turn this up.
There's a good chance you've never heard of Blackrock. Founded in only 1988, in less than 30 years, this American financial firm.
Hang on, I just screwed that up. I was trying to make it bigger.
Come on,
Okay.
Piler.
All right, here we go. I was trying to make it bigger.
There's a good chance you've never heard of Blackrock. Founded in only 1988, in less than 30 years, this American financial firm would grow to become the company that owns the world, managing assets worth $6.3 trillion. These are assets that belong to their clients, mainly the pension funds of ordinary people, teachers, police officers, nurses, and many more. And that's just the beginning. BlackRock has also developed a software platform called Aladdin to perform risk analysis for its clients. It receives sensitive data from banks, insurance companies, and other important institutions. Through Aladdin, BlackRock has insights about the management of financial assets worth another $20 trillion. BlackRock also has shares and voting rights in many of the biggest European companies, in sectors such as energy, oil and gas, transportation, food, and of course, finance. The company holds public debt in the form of bonds and has real estate interests. And still, there's more. Our Rock, you see, wears many hats. Aside from being an investor, it is also an auditor and an advisor. Governments and central banks invite a BlackRock subsidiary called BlackRock Solutions to audit them and to provide advice about the management and rescue of banks. Yet at the same time, BlackRock is often a major shareholder in these same banks. In other words, the company often sits on both sides of the table. BlackRock Solutions gets privileged access to highly sensitive information that could be valuable to BlackRock itself. Does this constitute a conflict of interest? No, says BlackRock, which claims that the company has established Chinese walls between its different subsidiaries. In January 2018, BlackRock's founder and chairman, Larry Fink, sent a letter to all of the CEOs of the companies BlackRock is invested in, asking them to do more than deliver financial performance and make a positive contribution to society. So BlackRock not only owns the world, it also wants to save it.
There you go. And now you know. You're muted, Foil.
Horse shit. It's horse shit. Those guys are shady bastards, and it's horse shit. They're not trying to save anything. Thank you, Just Jules, for the can. Much love to
Like
you.
I mean, it's collusion everywhere you look, no matter how you
Right?
look at it.
No, they have Chinese walls up between their different subsidiaries. Tyler, this is
Right.
fine.
It's all an
Yeah,
illusion.
this is fine. I saw somebody saying, didn't one of the BlackRock guys just say that we were privileged? Yes, he said that our privileged entitled generation was soon going to have to learn how to go without. This was this week, and Tyler, I swear to God, it's like we're psychically connected or something because my next question was about BlackRock.
Oh, that's
Okay,
hilarious.
right?
All right.
We literally do not discuss this before the show. Guys, Bill Gates has joined with BlackRock to produce what? Is
I
it?
was gonna go ahead, never mind.
Yeah, don't hold on, and don't answer if you know. Bill Gates has joined with BlackRock to produce what? Is it A, pod style living quarters, B, a new smallpox vaccine, C, hydro panels, or D, modified potatoes that never rot?
I don't actually know.
Ah,
I don't keep up with a lot of the current stuff
it
like
just
you
sounds
do.
shady, right? Bill Gates joins with Black, like that just sounds horrible. Those guys own.
Potatoes that never rot. That's McDonald's already has that.
Oh, these are actual potatoes before they're cut into French fries and covered with whatever it is that they use, right? These are just magical
Um,
potatoes that never rot.
read the choices again, please.
Okay, Bill Gates has joined with BlackRock to produce what? Is it A, pod style living quarters, B, a new smallpox vaccine, C, hydro panels, or D, modified potatoes that never rot?
I'm gonna go with the vaccine, but I really don't know. Could be any of them.
Man, right? It's wild because like BlackRock has been buying people out of the housing market extremely quickly recently. Like people are getting they're bidding asking price, and then BlackRock is swooping in all of these, buying them up as rental properties, like out from under people. Like the pandemic was the worst time to try and buy a home. Um, let's see we're getting all over the place here. So
Right. Almost everybody says something different on this one.
right, so the answer is hydro panels, right? And I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because this actually sounds like it might be reasonable. And it can't possibly be reasonable because it's Bill Gates and freaking BlackRock, right?
Yeah.
So these things are like solar panels, except instead of producing electricity, they produce water out of thin air. Okay?
Right. Hmm.
So Source Global's hydro panels create water out of thin air. They're able to distribute it wherever it's most needed. Their CEO Cody Friesen invented these panels in 2014 at Arizona State University, where he's a faculty member there. So then he took his design to Source Global. These startup panels cost about $2,000 a piece. What they do is they take sunlight and air, and they can produce perfect drinking water essentially anywhere on the planet. So that
Well, if you've ever watched a survival show, like that's what these guys do. You can create your own little. You need some sort of a like container,
right.
and that's gonna like the plant or whatever will evaporate. The moisture that is
Hmm.
expelled off of the plant gets trapped in a container, and then
Yeah.
you can drink.
Well, they say they take sunlight and air and make it work. What they do is they take in water vapor from the air and then put it in a form that's about 10,000 times more concentrated than in the atmosphere. And they just
Right.
use the warmth of the sun to do it. It converts the molecules into liquid water. They collect it in a reservoir inside the panel, and then it's released as pure water. So it's pretty much
They
exactly.
they stole that technology from a cactus.
Imagine that, right? Imagine that. They have installed them in Kenya, uh, where they're helping phenomenally, apparently. But like I said, I am just literally waiting because there's got to be something here, right? Like the conspiracy theorist in me refuses to believe that these guys are just trying to help out.
Right. Well, it's more of like a if there's a conspiracy, it's gonna be they own you. It's more of a slavery thing. Like they control. Like it's they install these for free.
Yeah,
There's
and then
money.
if you don't do this, this, and this,
Right.
we're
There's
about to
money in it.
jack your panels or something.
Right. And there's money in it. Obviously.
Something,
Um, Wrap
right?
a bag around a tree branch is what. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Take yeah, exactly. A bag around a tree branch, and you could do the same thing.
Yeah, but
Drink it.
dude, they can sell these for $2,000 a piece. Why would we put a bag around a tree branch? We could totally spend 2 grand and have a hydro panel. Makes perfect
Uh,
sense, right?
Cacti extract water deep from the roots. Yeah, probably. I feel like there's a plant out there that probably does exactly that though. It just automatically pulls the moisture out of the air. Pretty sure I've seen it on National Geographic or something.
It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be
Right.
somewhere, right? But yeah, freaking BlackRock, man.
All right. What do we have next? Actually, let's do it
Dig
here.
a hole, cover it with clear plastic with a cup in the bottom. Place a stone in the middle of the plastic and let the sun and evaporation condensation fill up the cup with drinkable water.
Right.
There you go,
Yeah,
frightening me.
I've seen that too. Like I knew I've seen it because I've watched. That was my favorite thing when I had
What,
cable. I would
Survivor?
watch all the survival shows, and yeah, there's like a bunch of methods for
Right?
collecting water out of thin air. So this is no new technology, but it might be the panel itself might be new.
Right?
Um, all right, here we go. This U.S. citizen was appointed by President Obama to oversee Ukraine and help secure millions of dollars in funding for a Ukrainian biolab company.
Ooh, I can't imagine who it is.
This U.S. citizen was appointed by President Obama to oversee Ukraine and help secure millions of dollars in funding for a Ukrainian biolab company. A. Dr. Anthony Fauci. B. Bill Gates. C. Joe Biden. D. Hunter Biden.
It's definitely Hunter, right? Uh, was he appointed by Obama though, or did he just go over there and kind of commence the shenanigans on his own?
I got a video for this one too.
Ooh,
It's like a
look at
minute
us
long.
getting to learn all kinds of stuff.
It's like a
Frightening
minute
me says
long.
metabiota.
Um, yes. So the answer is Hunter. Yes. Without everybody probably knew that if you're paying
Right?
attention.
Another shady bastard.
Right. Our own that whole laptop. I mean,
Oh, actually, I
that
see a lot of people saying Fauci. Right? It could have been though. Could,
if
he was probably at the top of the list of shady people to send to Ukraine to start up the labs. Right?
well, yeah. If anyone should be impeached for any real reason, this is it. Like the whole Biden connection with what the hell's going on in China and Ukraine. Uh,
Yeah,
that's a legitimate reason to impeach a president. Anyway,
absolutely.
let me play this video. Um, maybe.
Maybe. Or
Let me
not.
make let me make this big the first time.
New evidence that Hunter Biden.
Hang on a sec. Please hold. Talk about something
Right?
for a minute.
Talk amongst yourselves. Right?
Talk about,
Yeah.
tell me a
So,
story.
the Senate, and I had written a thread on this in 2020. The Senate report, there was a Senate report that was released that literally detailed Joe and Hunter's scandals with regards to Kazakhstan, Russia, China, Ukraine, like broke the whole thing down. And I went through it bit by bit and made this whole big long ass Twitter thread on it. I reposted it the other day and it kind of took off, which is awesome that people are paying attention now. But this information has been out there and it's not new information to the government. Like I said, this was an official Senate report. Like it's crazy.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. I could not. I was trying to make this one. This one I can't pause it. It's weird. So
That's all right.
once it starts, you had to let it play. So I had to back out and do it again.
There
Anyway,
you
let
go.
me share
Bring
the
it.
screen. Doo-doo-doo. And I can't enlarge this one. Sorry, guys. It just is what it is.
New evidence that Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, actually helped to secure millions of dollars in funding for a Ukrainian biolab company. Emails from Hunter Biden's laptop show that he was, in fact, an investor in Metabiota, a Department of Defense contractor specializing in research on pandemic-causing diseases. He and his partners at Rosemont Seneca actually invested about $500,000 into Metabiota. Financial reports reveal that RSTP led the company's first round of funding, which amounted to $30 million. Emails and documents suggest that Hunter Biden had a prominent role in making sure that Metabiota was able to conduct its pathogen research just a few hundred miles from the border with Russia. Government spending records show the Department of Defense awarded an $18.4 million contract to Metabiota, which again means $18.4 million contract that Hunter Biden helped to secure from the Department of Defense occurred while his father was still Vice President of the United States and was the person that President Obama put in charge of overseeing Ukraine.
That's ridiculous.
There you go. Pandemic causing diseases is what they were funding the research for.
Dude, it was biological harm reduction. They weren't like really trying to produce weapons, guys. I mean, come on, man. Who would do that? Right?
Right. Pandemic causing
Ah,
Diseases, yeah.
Would you retract a whole bunch of messages for, frightening me? Now I'm curious. I want to know what they said. Right? Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Well, speaking of Ukraine, right? Um, last Friday, Pope Francis said a special ritual prayer regarding Ukraine that stemmed from what apocalyptic prophecy?
Oh, this is a question.
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
question, right?
All
Let
right.
me read
So
it again. Last Friday, Pope Francis said a special ritual prayer regarding Ukraine that stemmed from what apocalyptic prophecy? Was it A, Botticelli's The Mystical Nativity, B, the sighting at Fatima, C, Egelheim's Ark, or D, Gribben's Jupiter effect? And these are all apocalyptic prophecies.
I don't know any of your questions ever.
I'm a
Say
Catholic.
that.
I have no choice but to know this.
Read the read the
Was
read
right.
the answers again.
Okay, so let me just read the whole thing again. Last Friday, Pope Francis said a special ritual prayer regarding Ukraine that stemmed from what apocalyptic prophecy? Was it A, Botticelli's The Mystical Nativity, B, the sighting at Fatima, C, Egelheim's Ark, or D, Gribben's Jupiter effect?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the audience and say B.
Final answer?
Why not?
All right. And yes, it is the sighting at Fatima. So, who's familiar with this, right? I don't know. This is something that I have always had an interest in. Obviously, like I said, I went to Catholic school. I was raised Catholic. I'm Italian, for God's sakes. I don't have a choice, right? Um, so the Fatima story is kind of crazy. Have you heard this, Tyler?
No, I haven't.
This is one.
Maybe I have, but I
This
don't
is one of
remember.
those. This is like crazy. Like, I don't know if I'd call it conspiracy theory, but like apocalypse conspiracy for sure. Like so this dates back to 1917. There were three siblings, right, in Portugal that said that the Virgin Mary appeared to them 6 times and told them three secrets. The first two secrets described this like apocalyptic image of hell and then foretold the end of World War One and the start of World War Two. These kids were like between 7 and 10 years old at the time. The third secret was only allowed to be given to the Pope, and the Pope was only allowed to release it, either at his own discretion or once it had come to pass or whatever, like towards the end of the world, right? These were end of day secrets, and this was only to be told to the Pope, and nobody knew what it was. Well, in 2000, the Vatican claims that they disclosed the third secret, right? And they claim that it had to do with the assassination attempt against John Paul II in St. Peter's Square. I personally don't buy that. Um, but according to later writings by Lucia, who was one of the kids and became a nun, she died in 2005. Russia would be converted and peace would reign if the Pope and all the bishops of the world consecrated Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. So there have been popes that tried to do this consecration, right? But they all left something out. Like sometimes they would leave out certain words, or they didn't include all the bishops, or it was always something where it never panned out right. They didn't consecrate Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Um, so allegedly, Pope Francis's prayer corrected the omission of the last prayer, which was done in 1984. And he read, "Therefore, Mother of God and our Mother, to your Immaculate Heart we solemnly entrust and consecrate ourselves, the Church and all humanity, especially Russia and Ukraine." And then he added, "Grant that may war end and peace spread throughout the world." Right? So he got all the bishops of the world. He sent out the text to all the bishops. They were all supposed to participate. Um, some people are saying that including Ukraine may have invalidated the prayer because it was only supposed to be consecrating Russia. But he did consecrate Russia and he did include all the bishops this time. So maybe it'll work. We don't know.
That's all you got on that?
Man, do you want more?
I'm joking. Uh, you always make me feel bad because you do so much more research on your questions than I do.
Dude, it's coming from the news, man. It's coming from the news.
Right. Well, that's your job also.
Yeah, right? I don't have a choice.
Um,
Starstream says apocalypse actually means revealing. I wonder how it came to be known for destruction. Well, let me tell you about Apocalypse World News, which I am going to be starting very soon, right? I should show
right. I
them again.
forgot. Yeah.
Let me show them again.
Yeah. Let's play it again. I
Yeah,
haven't even seen it since then.
yeah. So Tyler made this for me. I have a new show starting soon. Soon. I don't want to give you guys a date because I don't want to lie. Things are kind of crazy for me right now. But I'm going to be going into all of this. We're going to shit talk our way through the end of the world.
A big change coming to the state's COVID death toll. Health officials say early on they counted thousands too many.
Hello, everyone.
An independent report shows Minneapolis didn't know the protocol to call for the future where robots and humans live and work together in harmony. Decision to send in soldiers, full-functioning human-like androids, guard and state patrol as part of the review.
Chocolate chip. The new video just coming in from plumes of black smoke.
Is one of the most advanced robots on the planet. A digital mind that can form thoughts.
Tonight, new images emerging from the battlefield
Gave no indication he intends to stop this war.
of the moments they say they shut down a Russian
Sunday morning.
President Trump. Excuse me, Freudian slip.
Bringing home the reality.
What's it?
I love it. Like best promo ever, dude. I love that video. Guys, I say it once a show. If you want to support my content, if you want to throw in on the Apocalypse World News, you can donate directly at loyal2thefoil.com. My Cash App is in the description on YouTube below. Or you can throw me some gold pills. You know, maybe I won't have to work 3 jobs and I can sit here and do this all the time. That'd be great. But
Right.
that is the best promo ever, dude. Like I get
Chocolate-
amped every time I see it. Yeah, chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, right in the middle of the whole thing.
It's great. Kamala's
All right.
cackle. Right?
Kamala's
I'm super
cackle.
excited about it. I'm gonna do prepper tips. We're gonna do meme reviews. We're gonna talk about the Apocalypse World News. Crazy stuff, you know, AI making 40,000 viruses in like a couple of hours. We're gonna talk about, you know, Russia's zombie ray gun, which is really totally a thing. All kinds of shit, man. We're gonna cover it all. We're gonna cover it all.
And if you want to hire me to make an intro for you,
There you go.
email me at journeytotruthpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, buddy. Tyler does great videos, man. Great videos for sure. Oh, thank you for the phone, Christina Love. Much love to you. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that soon. Hopefully I won't have to work all 3 projects for an extended period of time, but as soon as I get some time, I'm gonna do little segments, like 15, 20-minute segments that I'm just gonna throw up, and then I'll probably do a live stream once a week where we can sit down and really break down the end of the world. You know? It's the
Right,
end
break it
of the
down.
world as we know it.
That has to be your outro song every
Right? For sure. I'm gonna have to sing it though, so I don't get stricken.
time.
All right.
Yuvonda
right.
really wants chocolate now.
Chocolate chip, man.
Right.
Gotta have it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That and George Soros.
Right? Hello, everyone. So creepy.
His eyes actually do a little reptilian thing in that video.
Man, super creepy.
I watched that video like a few times whenever I was editing it. And
Did you feel hypnotized? Like, bro,
No, they
stop
just-
looking at me.
they legit like they slit for a second.
Yeah, it's great. It was a great video. All right. So yeah, Apocalypse World News coming soon.
All right. Okay. What prominent truther? Oh, this one comes from Aaron, by the way. This is not my
Whoop, whoop.
question.
Good looking out, Aaron.
What prominent truther, author, radio broadcaster, and ex naval intelligence officer warned about a major false flag attack on the United States months before 9/11 happened and was shot and killed by law enforcement 2 months later? A. Max Spears. B. William Cooper. C. Phil Schneider. D. Bob Dean.
I feel really bad because I should totally know the answer to this.
What prominent truther, author, radio broadcaster, and ex naval intelligence officer warned about a major false flag attack on the United States months before 9/11 happened and was shot and killed by law enforcement 2 months later? A. Max Spears. B. William Cooper. C. Phil Schneider. D. Bob Dean.
Yeah, Bill Cooper. I'm gonna go with. Thank you, Jay Brewskis, for the cookie, the chocolate chipper cookie. Thank you, thank you.
chocolate chip cookie
Chocolate
donations.
chip.
So we have B, C, B, B, C, B, B, B. Rest in peace, Bill Cooper, Jordan Maxwell, and John Lear now.
Yes.
We lost John Lear, Clifford Mahudi, Jordan Maxwell. And those are three prominent truthers that I know of this year. But they're just transitioning and they are fighting
Right.
for Team Light right now.
That's right.
The answer is Bill Cooper.
Bill Cooper. Right. Behold a pale horse.
Let me see if I have. I don't know if I have literature on this.
Don't feel bad, Golden Crisp. I was second guessing myself too here for a second. I was like, I should know that. I feel like I know that, but I'm not sure now. Starstream says he and his dogs were shot.
Okay. I didn't have this link ready, so let me see. All right. In June 28th, hang on, I just got a message. June 28th of 2001, Bill Cooper warned about an imminent attack on the United States that would be perpetrated by government NWO and blamed on bin Laden in order to gain support from the public. Shortly after, they killed Bill Cooper by trumping up some crimes he didn't commit, then came after him. He had already said they were going to get him, so when they came to arrest him, he resisted and was killed. This video was taken down almost as soon as it went up, but someone mirrored it before it was taken down. There is a video you can watch too, but I don't know how long it is. Right. William Cooper was a very intelligent fellow who researched conspiracy theories. He was a non-vet who was in Army intelligence. A lot of people thought he was a nut, but I don't think he was.
Yeah, that guy was totally not crazy.
Right.
Like he had it down to the he was crossing his eyes, or crossing his T's and dotting his I's with that, for sure.
Right. Yeah. Like that was an exact prediction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. John Lear died this week. Oh, Aaron says 3 days ago. Yes.
3 days ago. And actually, that makes it. I'm gonna reshare the John Lear report on social media.
Yeah, please do.
Just for people to. I'll just share it on our website. But yeah, we'll do a little memorial for him and share that. I'll do something. I'll come up with something.
Yeah,
anyway.
he had a lot of good information. All right. A team of researchers at the Rokfin Center in Japan believe they can control the weather using what theory? Is it A, chaos theory, B, quantum theory, C, statistical mechanics, or D, the Wegner-Corbin theory?
Oh,
don't you start yawning.
Yep. You're really making me feel dumb. A.
Final answer?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Let me read it again one more time for the people in the back. A team of researchers at the Rokfin Center in Japan believe they can control the weather using what theory? A, chaos theory, B, quantum theory, C, statistical mechanics, or D, the Wegner-Corbin theory?
We have A, I don't know, A, B, A.
Right? I got C, B, A over here on Foxhole. So, oddly enough, this was also in the news this week and apparently is not a conspiracy theory. And the answer is A, chaos theory, right? So a team of researchers led by the Riken Center in Japan have discovered an experimental way to control the weather itself using chaos theory concept that's similar to like the flapping of a butterfly's wings, right? Like affects this, affects that, affects this, affects that, right? I know it sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, right? Sounds like a straight conspiracy theory, guys.
So does everything on planet Earth right now.
Right? This should be called conspiracy truth trivia instead of conspiracy theory trivia because this is legit peer reviewed research, right? So, this is from the team's research paper. We aim to apply the control of chaos to the weather. We would like to control the weather within its natural variability to aid human activities, for example, by shifting the location of an extreme rain region to avoid disasters without causing a side effect on the global climate. For extreme weather that occurs in a chaotic manner under natural variations, the control of chaos it sounds like something in Marvel movies. Under the control of chaos suggests that proper infinitesimal perturbations to the natural atmosphere alter the orbit of the atmospheric dynamics to a desired direction. Right? The butterfly effect, discovered by Lorenz in the 1960s, obviously you guys know is a phenomenon that's an infinitesimal perturbation like a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil causes a big consequence like a tornado in Texas, right? So this extreme sensitivity brings chaotic behaviors and an intrinsic limit to predictability, but it allows us effectively to be able to design a control. That is, they could take advantage of the butterfly effect and design a control with a series of infinitesimal interventions leading to a desired future. So, in essence, the researchers developed complex weather simulations and then they identified specific thermal windows where the application of artificial temperature fluctuations could influence the outcome of a local weather system. So
Right.
instead of changing the climate, the scientists would essentially just be like flipping enough switches or getting enough butterflies to flap their wings in a different direction inside of a local weather system to get it to do something predictable. So they're thinking that they could use this to help move tornado systems or typhoons or storms away from areas where they would impact people or even try to like mitigate droughts or other
Right.
prolonged like abnormal
But
weather conditions.
it's not going to be used for that. You
Well,
know
no, of
that.
course not. It'll be used as a weapon. Why wouldn't
So
we?
it's interesting because
Weaponized chaos. That sounds like
there's a
I don't know, like
there's a
a
bunch of
freaking wrestling team or something.
there's a bunch of weather manipulation happening majorly in Australia right now,
Man,
and
everywhere.
right, specifically on the east coast of Australia. Um, there's this guy who has been following weather manipulation, geoengineering for 15 years. He's been studying it, doing videos, and he says what they're doing now is a type of manipulation he's never seen. He says something new, doesn't know where it's coming from or how they're doing it. It's not coming from the chemtrails. Like it's not, maybe he said it could be HARP located somewhere, but he said it appears that there's a new sort of manipulation. I just watched this a couple days ago, and now you're reading this. I wonder if it's already being used. This is just them letting us know.
Well, I mean, like maybe if they superheat a single cell inside of a storm, it'll and they can predict where it'll, maybe they're redirecting things or they're
Well, by heating it up, you are redirecting it because
yeah,
the cold fronts and warm fronts, you can steer a storm just by increasing the temperature or decreasing the temperature in an area.
right, which is crazy. Frightening Me says HARP is either controlling the jet stream through atmospheric heating or causing earthquakes. Both, right? Or
Right.
both.
Right.
Weaponized chaos, the new transgender wrestling duo. That's what I'm saying. What weaponized chaos? It sounds like a freaking team of some sort. I don't know. But yeah,
I
so I
found
mean, that's true. Like this
right.
was published and peer reviewed and it was in the news this week and I was like,
Well,
"Oh, here we go."
so much of this stuff is already out there. And in a lot of senses, in a lot of ways, we have disclosure already
Man.
because it just slips between the cracks. The articles are released. They tell you this technology that they have. They tell you what it's capable of. And then all of a sudden you never hear about it again. It gets no media coverage. Everybody just goes on about their lives. But if you know where to look, which isn't Google or DuckDuckGo, and I found out DuckDuckGo is fuck go because they're
Yes, they're
just as bad as
censoring.
Google now. Right. I did a test between DuckDuckGo, Google, and Brave.
Brave.
Brave is the way to go. You can find so
Hmm.
much on Brave. Um, but it's all out there. Like in 2010, Popular Mechanics was releasing articles about space marines and super soldiers and all kinds of shit that we talk about involving the secret space program.
Hmm.
They're releasing legitimate articles describing that they have these capabilities, that they're doing this, that super soldiers are real, and they're testing this technology. And then you got people now trying to say, make fun of the super soldiers and say, oh, there's no such thing,
Well,
blah,
look at
blah.
like the Drive publishes all sorts of like Salvatore Pais was on with Kurt Jaimungal this week,
Right.
right? The Drive two
All that.
years ago, and we talked about it on Space Force News, was talking about the patents that the Navy had taken, his patents the Navy had co-opted, and how they were working on the technology, and but somehow we talk about it, it's conspiracy theory.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's all there, and people just don't. It's not coming from the mainstream media, so it's a conspiracy theory
Mm-hmm.
automatically.
Yep.
I
Yep.
tried arguing with somebody, and I was like, "Dude, it's here, here, and here." And he's like, "I don't want to see the stuff on your little backdoor websites and blah blah. Like, tell me why this is real." I'm like, "This
Right.
is like, I here's the articles. Here's everything you need to know." And
Here's the patent, dude.
right,
Like,
he, but
here are the patents. Here's where the
yeah.
Navy is using the patent.
He didn't trust any website I had to show him. I was just
Of
like,
course not.
this was years ago, but I don't argue with people like that anymore. I don't even I'm not even around people like that anymore.
It's not worth it.
Right. Um, I lost when I really lost all my friends was back whenever I this is back in my party days, way before I woke up. Well, I wasn't way before I woke up, but I was starting to get in all this stuff, and I was reading a Dolores Cannon book and talking about how time doesn't exist. And we were sitting around a campfire, and I brought it up. Oh man, you would have thought I was like a kid getting bullied in elementary school. Like my friend, they made fun of me, so they silenced me. They like, dude, you don't believe that. Come on, you're smarter than that. No, dude, you're not that stupid. Like, I was like, okay, I guess time exists. I'll just
Right?
keep
It's
drinking my
totally a
beer.
thing, man. It's totally
Yeah.
a thing. Right? Yeah, I don't. I have like 4 or 5 friends in real life that I talk to, but I've always been crazy. Like this, none of this is any surprise to any of them. And then I have you guys, and I love you
Mhm.
guys. Right? This is
All
all
right.
I need. I'm good.
Um, is it my turn
Right?
or your turn?
I don't know. Well, we were talking about weather, so that was me. So now it's you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. This is my last question, and it also comes from Aaron.
Whoop whoop.
And I just opened up my weather app because you said weather as I
Sorry.
was um
Right? Did you guys have hellacious storms this week?
yeah,
Yeah.
if that what that looked man-made. That freaking line that just stopped and
Just
held.
whole
Right,
red all the way down. I know it came through here yesterday.
right,
I was like,
right. Um rivers it rained and rained and rained and rained. Rivers are way up.
the thing dropped like 30 tornadoes, right?
Right.
Killed some
Yeah,
people. Like, it was crazy.
it didn't that was south of me though. So we just got the heavy rains and we did get some strong winds, but not like bad, not super bad. All right. Around the time of the solar eclipse of July 11th, 1991, what city experienced a wave of UFO sightings?
Ooh.
A. Las Vegas. B. Beijing. C. Mexico City. D. Hong Kong. Around the time of the solar eclipse of July 11th, 1991, what city experienced a wave of UFO sightings? A. Las Vegas. B. Beijing. C. Mexico City. D. Hong Kong.
I'm going with Mexico City. They seem to have a lot of UFO sightings. I have no idea though.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, we'll see what everyone says.
Let's see. Let's see.
C, C, C. A lot of C's.
Hmm.
At least they didn't throw you in the fire, Tyler, like it was the Dark Ages. I mean, metaphorically, they
Burn
did.
the witch.
Right, right, right.
We
And then
turned me into a newt.
I really lost them when I said I thought we had already been to Mars.
Oh, I bet they were like, oh,
I,
like,
I
dude,
legit
drink
like,
another one, man.
right.
right?
I realized that was not the place. But you know, when you're not naive like that and you learn about this stuff and you're excited about it, you think other people are going to get excited too. No.
No, they look at you like you're crazy. What up?
Right.
Michael is in the chat. The School of Multidimensional Intuition. Good to see you.
He's late.
Yay, hey, time doesn't
Matthew,
exist, Tyler.
it doesn't.
He's right on
We're
time.
right. We were promoting your live with Aaron tomorrow night, Matthew.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
looking forward to that. We're gonna be chatting. I can't
Yeah,
I'll
I
be in
don't
the chat.
feel free to drop your link in the chat for anybody that wants to go over and follow. If one of my mods could grab it, that'd be great.
As Matthew would say, in a strange turn of events, he will now be at the Secret Space Conference.
Ta-da!
Everything's a strange turn of events or obscure with Matthew. I love it. It's true though, because everything is
Due
strange.
to a strange turn of yes, I know, right?
The answer is Mexico City.
Ha!
You
Right?
were right.
They always have some sightings, some wildness going on.
Right. Here we go.
All right.
This comes from Aaron. Well, he didn't write this, but he found this for me. According to hundreds of eyewitnesses, a bright object hovered over Mexico City for almost 30 minutes before, during, and after the eclipse and was videotaped by 17 people in different parts of the city. The sightings, which began with the eclipse, continued for several years after the eclipse. It was reported that the Mayan prophecies had predicted that the total eclipse of July 11th, 1991 would usher in two life-altering events: earth changes and cosmic awareness in the forms of encounters with the masters of the stars.
Ooh, the masters.
Debunkers, however, have challenged this interpretation of the Dresden Codex, which is the Mayan prophecy, as well as the actual sightings, which they suggest were simply the planet Venus. The planet Venus, which appeared unusually bright.
Tricked them all. Look at
Right.
that.
That's a debunker.
All right, come on now.
So 17 people got it on camera. There's that number again.
Yeah, I know. Golden Crest at 17, you say?
Right.
Right. Throw Larry Fink into the volcanoes. Yes, and the UFOs flying it out. Right.
That is the most impressive footage to me. There's I think I've talked about this. There's a documentary on Prime specifically about volcanoes and UFOs, and it's worth everyone's time.
Send it to me because I'm looking for things to watch as I sit here and work my 14-hour days. Right.
It's worth just for the footage alone, because the footage isn't fake. A lot of it's caught on like news from newscopters and stuff like that. I don't think it's fake at all. And
well, Mr. MB333 had a couple of good clips last year of was there an earthquake and then the UFOs were flying in and out, or there was either that or two volcanoes erupted and they were,
there was one in South America where there was recently a lot of UFO sightings around that volcano.
Well, I mean, you could see them coming in and out of there. Like you could literally see it. It was crazy.
That footage will challenge any skeptic. What's the name of the documentary? I think it's literally called Volcanoes and UFOs, or like something that's
very straightforward.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually think that is the name of it.
I'm gonna have to find it, and so I have something to watch. Right.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Aaron says everything's a weather balloon, swamp gas, or the planet Venus. Well, yeah.
Right.
Of course, man. It's the only logical explanation.
Volcanoes and UFOs.
What up, VPXM? Good to see you.
Maybe that's it. Volcano UFO Mysteries. I don't know I don't remember. This one just came out in 2021, so that's likely what it is, because that's probably why it popped up on Prime. Volcano UFO Mysteries.
Debbie Roush, I was asking if somebody would grab the channel link. If you see the School of Multidimensional Intuition in the chat, grab his channel link and post it Aaron Kuhn is going to be on with him tomorrow, and then that way people can go over and give him a follow if they are not already.
Post it on Telegram channel, please, Tyler. Yes, it is. It is Volcano UFO Mysteries. That is the name of it, and
UFO volcano mysteries.
Volcanic UFO Mysteries.
Volcanic UFO mysteries. I'm going to find that for show.
Yeah, Volcanic UFO Mysteries.
All right.
All right. What do you got? One more for us?
Yeah. I don't know if we want to do curses, food.
Curses.
Okay. All right. We'll save the other ones for next time. Archaeologists working in the West Bank say they've discovered a tiny curse tablet, barely larger than a postage stamp, inscribed with what? This also just made the news. Is it A, a summoning ritual for Azazel, B, the secret name of Lucifer, C, the earliest Hebrew name of God, or D, a spousal binding spell?
Read the question one more time, please.
Archaeologists working in the West Bank say they've discovered a tiny curse tablet, barely larger than a postage stamp, inscribed with what? Is it A, a summoning ritual for Azazel, B, the secret name of Lucifer, C, the earliest Hebrew name of God, or D, a spousal binding spell?
The binding spell. D.
Final answer?
Sure.
Unimatrix says D. I like that Unimatrix, like the Borg.
D. I think I did see something about this. I don't know though.
Frightening Me says Azazel. All right. So the answer is actually C, the earliest Hebrew name of God. Now listen, so you're like, what? Why is that a curse tablet, right? Um, so these archaeologists are working in the West Bank. They find this little tablet. It's tiny, and it's a folded tablet. They say that it's inscribed with ancient letters in an early form of Hebrew that call on God to curse an individual who breaks their word. Now, while the dating has not been officially verified yet, um, they're thinking it's at least 3,200 years old. That would make the inscription the earliest known Hebrew text by several hundred years and the first to contain the Hebrew name of God, which is Yahweh, right? So, um, it's a piece of folded lead sheet. It's about an inch high and an inch wide. And they're going to publish it in an archaeological journal later this year, but they wanted to make the announcement now, obviously. So, it includes 40 proto-alphabetic letters inscribed in an early form of Hebrew or Canaanite on the outer.
Wait, sorry. How big was it?
It was
The
an
size of a stamp?
yeah, like a post, like an inch wide and an inch high, just little tiny, but it's folded.
And it has 40 letters. It
Yeah,
must be extremely tiny.
well, it's folded up. It's a folded tablet, so it's
Right.
folded up really, really. Yeah, it is tiny. It's really little.
The
And it's got 40 proto-alphabetic letters in Canaanite. It's on the outer and the inner surfaces of the tablet. And it warns what would happen if somebody under a covenant, legally binding agreement, if they don't meet their obligations. It says, cursed, 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 cursed by the God Yahweh, the inscription reads. And they use a 3-letter form of the Hebrew name of God. It corresponds to the English letters YHW. So, and they found this thing, and this thing was actually discovered a long time ago. They found it during a process of wet sifting material. So they were washing sediments with water that were actually discarded from an archaeological excavation that took place on Mount Abel in the 1980s. They were digging at Joshua's altar, which is high up on the ridge of this mountain, and this thing had just gotten tossed aside. So when they were going back through and wet sifting the sediment, this thing washed out and they found it, which is kind of wild.
So how, okay, yeah, the sifting part makes sense because I'm like, how do you discover something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Who's writing something on something that tiny? Unless we had little tiny people back then.
Well, I mean, Right. Well, I don't know. They folded it up, whatever it was. I mean, it probably was,
But
originally, but to fit
a
40
folded. So what was this tablet made out of?
lead.
Lead. And how do you fold that? Like
I
I
don't
guess
know.
lead can be soft.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably very thin, and they folded it, folded it, folded it, folded it till it was just a little tiny, like a postage stamp.
I'm gonna have to look into this. I don't believe you.
I'm telling you, I don't
I'm joking.
listen. This is
No,
conspiracy
I
truth
believe you.
trivia,
I believe you. I just have to. I really want to see this thing. I actually
right?
really do. This is one of those things you should have had a picture of. Did it?
I
So there's a picture of it, right?
yeah, I would imagine.
I'm
Uh,
gonna. Want me to
type
pull it
in
up?
yeah, see if you can type in West Bank curse tablet Yahweh. I bet it'll pull it up. See if we can show them a picture of this little thing, right?
Okay. There's. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen, and you tell me which one to click on.
All right, let me see. It's got to be this Jerusalem Post one.
Which one?
Probably top left or the second one, Jay Weekly, even 3 days ago. That's probably it. See that little lead at the bottom there? Yeah, that's got to be it.
So there's
Yeah, that's
writing.
it.
That I mean, it looks so insignificant.
I know, right? You'd miss it. Like if
The
you
size
were,
of this.
yeah, the size of a postage stamp. You can see the folds.
Right. I see it.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? They have any more? Scroll down. Let me see.
No, it's just this guy standing in front of
He's
the.
super proud. Look at him. Hmm.
All right. He's like, I had nothing to do with it, but I put these signs up.
Right?
So where's the writing? So these are just this is just Hebrew writing, I guess.
Yes, them little scratches. I would. They're glyphs, like little glyphs.
All right. How many people have
Proto
watched?
alphabet. I'm sure they scanned it. They scanned it and they were able to get
Right. Oh
better
yeah,
to where, because
they
like
have
it's weather worn and everything else, I'm sure.
well they have just because I watched The Curse of Oak Island, they have incredible technology. They
Yes.
can show writing on things that's not even there anymore. They can like it so old inks used to contain iron. So if the ink has been worn off, there's still traces of iron on the
Hmm.
parchment, and the iron will become readable and it's traceable on a scanning whatever machine they're using, and they'll be able to tell what it says.
Yeah, it's
But
wild. Oh, that's
but
got
this
to
is
be Joshua's altar right there.
rough,
That
right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. And they've had this thing since 1980, but I mean they just missed it.
Wow.
Mount
They
Ebal
found
is known as a place of curses in
they found
Deuteronomy, it
Fred
says.
Flint. They
Oh, look,
found Fred
he's
Flintstone's
got bling. Look
medallion.
at that.
All right. What else do we have here?
Right.
T-Rex developed
Oh,
tiny arms to stop them getting bitten off by rivals. Is that real?
that's it's in the
Who
sun. It
came
must be real, right?
who came up with that conclusion?
Right. Well, maybe.
Uh,
I mean, maybe.
right,
Maybe the T-Rexes with the littler arms were the ones that were able to progenerate, because they didn't have.
right. They
Who
used
knows?
infrared. Yeah, they
Who
use
knows?
infrared. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's awesome. So yeah. So what do you got? Are you going to tell us what you got coming up this week?
No.
Okay. Well, it's classified apparently.
Um. Now I think we might do a round table or something surrounding the conference. I don't actually know yet for sure on the show, but um, yeah, we're just shifting into conference mode. So
Awesome.
we have
Awesome.
been, but we're just gonna put some more energy into that, and yeah, I'm getting excited. Like
I
it's getting
bet.
real. It's gonna
I
be here
bet.
before we know it.
Oh, I wish I didn't have to work. This sucks.
I remember whenever I announced it. I announced the
It felt like
conference.
it was so long ago.
It was 9 months. I was like, damn, this isn't even for 9 months. Like
Look, it
nobody
was like a
did.
pregnancy, and now you're about to give birth.
Right. Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Look at
Give
you.
birth
Right?
into a new generation of
Oh,
Truther.
Oh, let me go over here and do their gold pills. Oh, I have an announcement. Um, yeah. So, guys, for those of you that watch Space Force News, um, so Alara has tested positive with the coof, and we are not going to be having any shows for, I don't know, at least not this week. So there will be no Space Force News as far as we know, unless she's miraculously feeling better by Sunday somehow. She did start her protocol, so we will see. Um,
And the COOF stands for what
yeah,
exactly?
the Rona. The Rona. I'm releasing your scratch offs. If there's any last minute gold pills, feel free to throw them now. And let's see.
Papa Tyler, Yuvonda said.
Did they go out? I can't. Belushi is due any day now.
Said,
What?
what about the feathers? Did you see the article that said they're asking men if they're pregnant at the hospital now
Oh, dear God.
before they run them through like a CT scan or whatever? If they asked me that question,
There it goes.
I'd flip out.
Bruh. Like,
I'm like, get the fuck out of here right now.
I don't even know. Yeah, right? I don't even know what to say. Alara has space AIDS.
Everyone has AIDS.
Right? I'll tell you said that. That's great. So what else? Yeah. So guys, I don't know if we'll be back next week or the week after. At some point we're gonna start doing this once a month when Tyler has to do his conference. So
I got summer plans, so we're gonna have to probably bring this down to once a month. Maybe, right now it's kind of bi-weekly, but
yeah, at some point.
right.
But we'll let you guys know. We will let you guys know. Yeah. So I guess until next time.
Good night, guys.
Right. Ooh, I've still got some questions we can use next time, Pyler.
Nice.
Look at that, yeah. We didn't talk about satanic foods or anything today.
Well, we did. Blood in the
Yeah, well, we
McDonald's
did. We did,
barbecue
yeah,
sauce.
the barbecue sauce, right? Don't eat the barbecue sauce, guys.
Right.
Allegedly. McDonald's. Allegedly. Yeah, I found some crazy ones. That's right. We'll save them for next time.
Space cooties.
Space cooties. Yeah, thank you guys for coming to hang out. Love having you here on Friday nights.
Tired.
I'm
I
just saying,
skipped the whole night's sleep the night before. I couldn't sleep.
man.
I slept last night all night, but I missed the whole night, so it's catching up to me now.
Well, tomorrow I have to work, but I don't have to grade, so I get to sleep in, which is a huge thing. So I'm going to get my hours done for the day, and then I'm going to sleep until the sun goes back down tomorrow. That's the plan. Andy's girl says, thanks for the prank. Yeah, come on, man. Joe Biden's a great guy. He's a great guy.
I couldn't even pull that one off without getting
Yeah, I wonder how many people actually left. We're like, oh no. Nope.
I mean,
Click.
the comments were funny.
Yeah, there's got to be some people that actually left.
If people tune in for the first time, like,
Yeah, like, what? I saw her on Kate Awakening. I'm out. What the hell is going